Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a fantastic trading day. Today the market just kind of bounced around and really didn't move a lot, but overall there were lots of opportunities out there and hopefully you were able to find some of those great opportunities. Anyway, today on Tuesday I personally finished with a 1.25% gain, so had a decent day. Month to date so far with a 9.59% gain, and year to date at an 86.55% gain. Looking forward to getting above 100%. Been working towards that all year. I'd like to finish above 300%. That is my goal for the entire year. Before we get started, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before and you like the content of this channel, please consider subscribing and turning on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. Also, please feel free to comment. Are you interested in a particular stock? You want to know my opinion on it? I'm more than happy to offer my opinion and at least give you some of my guidance on what I would do. Now, I am not a financial advisor. Of course, you need to do your own due diligence. But I want to hear from you, so if you would reach out in the comment section down below, I will be looking at that and be answering those tomorrow. All right, so I have no sales to report from the top 7 list. Didn't sell a single item. And so number 7, let's recap the top 7, and let's start with number 7 is VNRX, and on Tuesday finished up 1.40%. Number 6 is GOED, finished up 4.14%. Number 5 is NVIDIA, NVDA, finished down 0.92%. Number 4, BPMC, finished up 0.74%. Number 3, AUTL, finished down 1.3%. Number 2, Safehold. Boy, this one is starting to move. It finished up 1.6%. And number 1, OCGN, finished down 1.65%. But what a day it had the day before. All right, so it's good to always have a recap of that. Now let's take a look at the state of the market and take a look at the different indices and see how the market did today and see if it can give us some clear direction for tomorrow. So let's take a look. Here is the SPY ETF, and this is my favorite thing to track. Why? Because it is the S&P 500 ETF fund. And so there are, this is a great one to track just because it gives you a good indication of the overall market. So as you can see here, we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. We've completed phase 4 here, and now we are in phase 5. So looking forward to wave 5, and hopefully this continues and we see good movement on this. So far today finished up only 0.02% on the SPY, so that's a very small gain. All right, let's take a look at IWM. Let's take a look at the Russell 2000. Here we go. Another green day. Very, very green. This is looking very bullish. We are really having nicely. It looks like we've had a MACD golden cross down here, so everything is looking pretty strong here, although we are getting kind of close to being overheated here on the RSI. So that is something to watch going forward on the spot or on the daily chart. That is something to watch, getting overheated. Typically, you will see a sell-off during that time. Okay, let's take a look at the triple Qs. Okay, so the triple Qs, we have the MACD golden cross down here. We are seeing some good movement here. Finished up just 0.05%, but you know, I'll take an update any day of the week. So that is just, everything was just really flat today. Let's take a look at the VIX. This is the fear indicator. It's important to take a look at this, and the lower it is, the better it is for the stock market going bullish. So today, fear increased just a little bit. We see we got to 3.96% gain on the VIX, and so that's a little bit of concern, but it's still so low down here at 1767. Still feeling good about that. So we have this group, we have this fantastic Patreon group, and there's lots of great investors in it. If you are looking for some fantastic trade ideas, I recommend you check it out. We have a link in the description down below. Lately, we have been utterly killing it, and so doing extremely well. A lot of the calls in there are doing fantastic. The insider swing play is doing amazing. The PDUFA run-up play has just been kind of okay. But man, in our standard room, that short squeeze play has been on fire. It is crazy. We've had so many multi-baggers and looking forward to a couple more. And so some really good stuff going on. So I always give away a stock here at the end. And so even though I had no sales to report, I thought I would give you all a good one. And so the stock that I am going to talk about today is Iridium. Okay, so Iridium Communications. We've had a MACD cross down here, so that's one thing to look for. Had a nice little low. Let's talk about some different things. So today this finished up 1.13%. My average at $38.55. And since calling this out is only up 0.01%. We called it out in our basic group. And this is Iridium Communications. And so since it is up just such a small percentage, I thought this would be an ideal stock for you to get onto if you are watching on YouTube and you are not part of our Patreon. I think this one will do really, really well. So let me talk about why. There was a really nice insider buy early this morning by a director, and so I did the call out right away. The stock really hasn't moved yet, but I expect it will be, and let me explain why. So we have had the MACD Golden Cross. This is very good, and we are picking up a little bit of momentum here. You can see this moving up. Our next level of resistance is going to be 42.98. That is over a 10% upside, so looking for that. So that's a little point of resistance. And then we have a high here of 54.65. Would love to see that kind of happen. Higher than normal short percentage. So this has got some short. This is not exactly a good squeeze because the short percentage has come down a little bit, but it's still pretty high. And so shorts will need to cover. And with that insider activity, I think that would be a reason why that short percentage would, why you would cover. The other thing is reported tonight in after hours. ARK reported the ARK-K fund has loaded shares of Iridium. So that is another catalyst going into tomorrow morning. This will give shorts another reason to cover. I just think that they could get burned here, and there's been so much of that going on. So I think there's a lot of short position sellers, a lot of bears out there that will want to cover early. So, and this has not run a lot, so I think it'd be a really good one for you to load up on first thing in the morning. You might see if you can't get some shares for really cheap in pre-market, and or wait till market open and snatch this one. I think we are looking at a real nice move here. All right, well, I appreciate so much all of you who watch on YouTube, and then, of course, all of those who support the Patreon. I really, really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm always wishing you the best on the market. I want the best for you. The market is tough, and so it's good to have strategies. Please trade strategies and not stocks. Make sure you have a strategy behind every stock that you pick. Not that you heard it from somebody, but that it fits some sort of strategy. And if you don't have any strategies, you need to develop some. And if you're looking for a great place to do that, then our Patreon group is a great place, of course, to do that. Wishing you all the best on the market tomorrow, and Raythoven out.